What's up, YouTube? I'm back again with another video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into it. Now, this one, I'm just going to be talking to y'all on what to do when you get a collection notice in the mail, right? This is what most people do. When most people see they got a collection company trying to basically get what they owe, they just ignore it. But the thing is, according to the FCRA, if you ignore this, they can assume that the debt is yours, right? You don't want them to assume that the debt is yours. So this is what you're going to do. When you get it, that collection notice in the mail, it's going to say like you got 30 days. Actually read it, right? It's going to say you got 30 days. This is what you're going to do. You're going to send them a debt validation letter, right? Just go on Google or whatever, type in debt validation letter, go to images. They got a whole bunch of templates. Send them a debt validation letter because they are not the original creditor. They are the collection company, right? With that being said, yeah, they're not the original creditor. So it's going to be hard for them to, by law, validate this debt, right? Because they have to provide certain documents and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Bearing your signature and everything like that. They don't have that, which means if they can't validate that debt, then they cannot put it on your credit report, right? That's just what it is on the law. They cannot put it on your credit report. So this is how you basically negate that whole process from happening. Send them a debt validation letter, right? They got 30 days to respond to you once you send it off. Now, when they, they might respond, they might not respond, right? They don't respond, that's a violation right there too. It can't be added to your credit report. Or they might respond, but they might not validate it. They might just put your name next to some statements to scare you or something like that, but that's not validating the debt. Validating the debt, they need your signature, your wet signature, right? Or things of that nature to actually validate the debt. They're not going to be able to do it, right? So that being said, actually, I want y'all to look at this. Type in 15 USC 1692 G. G as in Gary, right? Validation of debts. It's going to show you what they need to provide. They're not going to be able to provide that. And with that being said, they're not going to be able to legally validate the debt, which leads to them at the collection not going on your credit report because they can't put something on your credit report that they legally can't collect, right? So you just need to know your consumer rights. So to reiterate, when you get that letter in the mail, send them a debt validation letter, right? Just Google it, send it off to them, right? They got 30 days to respond. They're not going to be able to validate that debt. I'm telling y'all, right? They're not going to be able to validate it, right? Because you as a consumer are the only person that can validate the debt. Nobody else can validate the debt. You can validate the debt, and therefore you're not validating it, right? So that's going to negate that whole collection from even reporting, right? And even if, let's say, you already have a collection that is reporting, you was one of those people, you see in the collection, you just ignored it. They assume that the debt, you owe the debt. You can still send them a debt validation letter. They're not going to be able to provide it, right? And then once they are not able to actually provide proof, real validation, not just statements or something like that, just to get a scare tag or whatever, and then you go file a complaint with the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, to get that item removed. And the thing is, it's a win-win, right? So I told you what to do if it's not on your credit report. If it is on your credit report, now this is it's a win-win. So for example, like I said, if they're not going to be able to validate it, let's say they do validate it, right? They do somehow they do. Now that's another violation because now that's a right to your privacy, right? How does that company that you have no association with know all the information that you can ask for, right? They're not supposed to know that. That's a violation of privacy and permissible purpose because you did not give them written consent to do none of that, right? So it's a win-win. Go ahead, knock them collections off your report because they're not going to be able to validate that debt. And if they do, that's against the law and that invades your privacy and permissible purpose. So that's my video for today, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I want to thank y'all for watching my videos and everything like that. If I can impact one person, that's fine with me. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.